To why you feel the way you do. You can't survive unless she's using you. She's got primal instincts, raging fire vixen. She's dangerous. Don't let her tell you different. She's a broken record, angel catcher, wrapped in diamonds, draped in lies.
Okay, bet. Let's get it. What's going on, everybody? We got Artist of the Month, Asanté. There he is, Asanté.
Yes, sir.
2020.
Perfect.
You know, so just to start it off, man, you know, getting into your creative endeavors, you know, how'd you even just start? You know, from coming as a kid, or just, you know, give us the backstory.
Man, so I grew up all over the place. Was born in Virginia, moved to Mount Vernon, New York when I was young. It was a little different out there. It's a little rough. My grandma still lives out there, but then my mom moved me out to Connecticut so we could have like a better upbringing after I got into a fight in like kindergarten, something like that, bro. And then
Someone took your lunch money.
I started.
You're backwards already.
I told him not to play with me, bro. Okay. But then I moved to Connecticut and started auditioning for stuff in New York for a while. And I had a manager out there, and she told my mom that I wasn't ready to audition for Broadway and stuff like that. So I went to see The Lion King on Broadway, and I auditioned. Before the audition, I saw it and I was like, Mom, at intermission, I was like, I can do this. And so we sent in my headshot and resume. A few months later, we get a call, go through the whole audition process, and then I ended up getting that. But right before I got that, and that's like how my music really started, in my music and my acting career. Right. Prior to that, I only performed in like choir and stuff like that in church at like 3 years old, things like that. But they told us on the final audition for Lion King that I was gonna have to move to Vegas, open up a brand new production, and we ended up doing that. I was just committed, and so that's how I really got into like the whole performing thing, professionally at least. Yes, sir.
Okay, so then from going from actually performing professionally and doing actually kind of like the Broadway scene, how'd you transition into doing music and, you know, pushing as an artist?
One of my really good friends who actually did Lion King with me, named Aubrey, I consider him my brother. He came out to LA years later. It was like after high school, all that, because he was gonna go to USC as well. Right. And he was like making music with our homie Nolan. I went to the studio with them. And it was kind of the same concept. I was like, yo, I could definitely do this. I started recording with Nolan some, and kind of never looked back, bro. And that was a couple years ago.
I was just about to ask around, like, what age was this?
So a couple years ago, I was probably like 19, 20.
Oh, okay. And then, so is this you carrying this over into when you went to USC?
Yeah. Can y'all hear me now?
Yep. There we go. Yeah, got you back.
Got you.
So we're talking about. Okay, so we're just talking about you. So going into USC, you know. So were you doing music then, or this? You know, is that around the time when it all started meeting people around there?
Yeah, when I went to USC, man, I went for acting actually. So it was like, theater with an emphasis in acting. So I was there.
Okay.
I hadn't really fully tapped into music, but obviously I was passionate about it. But it just kept like coming back into my life as this recurring thing. So once I got the opportunity with Aubrey, I was actually at USC at the time, but that's when I really like dove into it and just committed.
Okay. So then wait, so around the time when I met you at G's, that was really when you're starting to really take it seriously.
Exactly.
Okay, got it. And then with that too, because I know that you were actually doing, so aside from the theater and all that, you were actually doing acting too, like in actual kind of like films.
Yes,
so
sir.
How'd that
Netflix and shit.
Right.
How about Tupac?
Yo, Tupac.
Hey, Tupac.
Yes, sir. We have to. But yeah, obviously I'm passionate about music more, but I still really love acting, bro. And obviously that's where the money is right now. So why not just kind of dive into both?
Okay.
That's my whole thing with that. Yeah.
So main thing, so while you're pushing out the singles too, you're still pursuing the acting and, you know, keeping just both legs going.
Exactly. And I have mad streams of income, bro.
Man, that's
I mean, that's
multifaceted, bro. That's one.
Right?
that's it. What is it
You
they
have to
say?
be.
To be like among that, 1% of wealthy. Was it like seven streams?
7 streams of income, yes, sir.
Yeah, 7 streams. So hey,
We'll get there.
yeah, we working on it.
We're working on it. Exactly, it's a process.
So then now getting to the music and everything. So we've been seeing you consistently dropping singles. Like Spotify's been going up. Just honestly, within such a short time, the growth has been crazy, man. So just kind of tell us about like how that's been going, and how you're moving in terms of just your process, everything.
Music has been beautiful, bro, and it's weird because at times, obviously, like I find myself, I'm a perfectionist, I guess, and I find myself getting tight at like where I am and thinking that I'm not far enough and all that stuff. But once I just kind of trust it and I relax into it and let it happen, that's when it's just been flowing, bro. So yeah, with that, mostly like obviously it's my homies and people like basically the setup that AG and I had, just sending beats or different things like that just click, and it's been moving nicely.
Yeah,
That ass.
Now, I was gonna say, with that, so would you say like in terms of your releases or everything, it's more so just kind of when you feel it like, yo, this song it's got to go out, or are you kind of stacking a stash pile? Just to line things up.
Right now we're just basically gathering everything from my album. I'm supposed to have a session with AG tomorrow, right?
We're supposed to lock in tomorrow for sure. Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's actually do that. I've never been to the new place.
We've at least had like 50 plus songs.
I'm saying, let's build. Let's do something crazy tomorrow.
Yeah, that Peaceful Nights I gotta send that over too.
We need to finish that actually as well. But right now I'm just stacking up everything in my catalog. I'm building my album at the moment, and then like Medusa will be on it, the most recent single I released, things like that.
Yeah.
So we've been just building.
Fire, bro.
Thank you, bro. That means a lot.
Yeah,
actually, we got that for our hits list coming out for May. In about a week now. That made it on there. Had to, bro.
Perfect.
That thing's a vibe, and it's just a different sound. Like fire, bro.
Exactly. And I'm just more recently I've just been trying to evolve, bro. So like I'm not stuck in any lane. A lot of my music has kind of like grown with me. So depending on how I'm feeling in that moment, that's what I'm making. And then I'm kind of just letting people decide for themselves, like what genre it is, like how they want to feel about it. But yeah, it's been a nice little growth progression.
Is that your next focus to put together an album, or you still
exactly?
Yeah, that's the
But before that comes out, though, I'll probably release one more single.
Couple more, yeah.
Just
off the album, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just to kind of make sure that there's still that traction there, so nobody's like dipping out and then have to gain them back.
What's up, man? Do we get a little leak for the fans on the album name or anything, or what?
Album.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask.
I got you right now. So the album is gonna be called Always, Asanté, because basically the whole it's like a journey throughout it. And I have a song on there called War. I have Medusa. I have What I See in You, like things like that are all about people that I've loved at a time, regardless of where I loved you, how I loved you. I'll always have love for you, but it's just not the time right now. So it's called Always, Asante.
Let's go.
Love it, bro.
Yes, sir.
So with the album too, just kind of dive. Now we talking about it now. So are you, where are you pulling influences and whatnot from this? Are you looking at some of your favorite artists? Or you just living life and whatever's kind of coming to you? Where is it all coming from for this project?
At the moment, bro, yes, a lot of it comes from like past experiences or people that I've interacted with and things like that. But also a lot of it is just kind of my mind. Like I'll be walking down the street, bro, and get inspiration for something off something random, but be able to draw a connection to something crazy in life that has influenced me or something like that. And I kind of piece it together so that it tells the same story that people can relate to and people have definitely also felt, but maybe it wasn't the exact same situation that made them feel that. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that was a confusing ass way to say it.
No. I mean, like similar where everybody can relate to it, but it's unique to how you're interpreting it.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I'm here with you.
Yes, sir. So yeah, that's me right now, bro. Drawing inspiration from whatever impacts me.
Okay. And then so that's on the inspiration side. I'm curious, for you, who would you say are some of your top influences in terms of just your music? Because inspiration is a big thing. Like they're kind of tangled, but they're a little different. You know what I mean?
They are different. Influences, man. I like a lot of artists. I always have a hard time with this question because I like artists like Brent Faiyaz. I like artists like even like Miguel, even like some of my closest friends that I think are some of the most talented people I've ever met, bro. Even like let me think who I've been listening to recently. Even like Labyrinth is crazy. His newest shit for Euphoria was crazy. Even like, I don't know, there's a wide variety, bro. People like Kalani sometimes. Like, it just depends on the vibe or the mood that I'm feeling.
Old school Usher, you gotta go some old school Usher.
Of course, old school Usher, Stevie Wonder, people like that, bro, that are just like legends.
So just the greats through the ages. You just pull from everything for this.
Have to. I feel like that's necessary.
Have to be.
So you got any? Go ahead. Got any like features on the album to expect? Any friends, special names?
Yes, sir. So I have my homie Aubrey on it that basically started me with
Aubrey
all of this. Yeah. Aubrey Omari. He was on Excuse Me with me, and like we have a couple other tracks coming out.
That one
probably
before on Spotify too. That's
not
familiar or something. I saw
that was doing his thing. God is great. But let me think. My Girl is on a couple of the songs that are gonna be on it.
Shout out Christine.
Shout out Christine always. And then there's a couple songs that I could fit people on, but I don't know exactly who I want on them yet. So
keeping
still
them
a part of this process. Exactly. Exactly.
Now, if you have to put, now you say you let other people kind of interpret what genre your music is and stuff. Like, if you were to put a finger on it, what's a couple, like, how would you? Obviously, it's infused with maybe, I would say like R&B, soul, very like hip hop, depending on what song it is. You know, there's a lot of different directions you could take it. Is that what you would kind of put your own finger on it? Like,
yeah, I would say like, I don't know, like a neo soul. You want to call it that?
Okay.
Like new wave R&B, something like that. Mostly, yeah.
Okay. Cause I even hear too how you're saying pull from different stuff. It's like even with Medusa, that gives me like that's kind of like the vibe you get from like electronic music almost.
Facts.
Like something like a Disclosure or something like that. That kind of sounds. So it's like you're really pulling from a lot there. But for most, what I hear is definitely the R&B neo soul vibe. How you said Brent Faiyaz, like the kind of rawness with it.
Exactly.
And too, that comes with like your talent. I remember, first I met you, and when you're singing and everything, it's like you can tell when people have been doing it for so long because when it's locked in, it's phonetic. Like
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's like.
I do be doing that when I rip.
Yeah, right. But that's how you know, like, bro, people who've been singing for a minute so locked in. So when you are able to put words to these, sounds and feelings and everything, it's just so fluid. So definitely the soul, R&B, neo soul. But then again, just like you're a hype dude too. Doing backflips and doing this and that.
Yes,
like, bro, that's electronic music. People want to go hype to that at festivals.
Facts. And that's what I wanted, bro. Honestly, I'm trying to be like an R&B rock star type. Like I want people to be at my concerts and like have it be intimate for a time, but then I also want them to rage and like have an incredible time.
Out with you.
Really, exactly, and release anything they came in there with and walk out like, damn, I needed that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, bro.
That actually brings me to the next thing. So I was just gonna go into this, moving forward, how we know the album's coming out, that's coming real soon. But with that shows, are you looking to, kind of even preview some stuff before it shows or anything, or just let the album come, let people consume it for a minute, and then just start running with shows?
Depending on how this whole coronavirus thing goes, bro.
Right.
I would love to.
I kind of forgot that while I'm here quarantining.
Like I'm sitting on the roof right now talking to you like, damn, I can't go anywhere. But I would love to perform, bro. I love performing, and just the energy that people give you on stage and the energy you get to give back is gorgeous. So I would love to preview some of my songs.
Too, in a way,
That said one more time.
I said I feel like that's kind of like your natural habitat in a way too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's home, bro. It's comfortable up there. So yeah, I would love to perform beforehand, but if I can't, obviously I'll have those songs out so people can at least sing along with them at concerts
and you're ready to go regardless when doors open up.
Exactly. So we've been working, bro.
Yeah, trust. We see it, man. I hear it every time you hit me after a session with y'all. Be like, bro, you gotta hear this new stuff that's coming.
Yes, sir.
Giving the leaks and shit.
Yes, sir. Perfect.
So what other things are you looking forward to, moving on, or stuff that's on your bucket list that you haven't done yet?
I want to tour, bro. I really want to tour at some point. Doesn't matter. Like, it'd be great if even I'm opening up for a big artist, something like that. But I do want to tour. I want to get out there. I want to travel. I love traveling. I want to feel energy that's just like not just LA energy.
Right.
I have people hit me up on Instagram from all over, and it's like, damn, I would love to come to these different places and just like get that vibe also. And,
right,
you know how Drake, and you know how Drake does it, bro. Like, literally all he does is travel and pick up different pieces of like art and different techniques and different vibes from around the world, wherever he's going, and implements that into his own sound. And so he never doesn't evolve because he always is doing something different than he would tap into by himself. So like, that's kind of what I be on, you know?
That's why he's one of the greatest too. He's got so much perspective, you know? And
period.
The team he surrounds himself with is the same way, you know?
Exactly.
And I was watching something the other day. It's just like some guy was really diving into how Drake has stayed so relevant and so on top for all these years. It's just how he's able to, like you said, one, travels a lot and dude links up with everybody. Like, he's cool with a lot of people in a lot of places.
Exactly.
But two, he fucks with a lot of the younger dudes that are coming up. Like, you know, a lot of OGs will be like, oh man, that's different, man. That ain't easy. Like,
be hating.
Drake will hop on anything from make Blockboy JB roll up or come up to, you know, Playboy Cardi, whoever. Like, he just stays moving up. Once dancehall started, you know, kind of low-key popping in UK and all that, he hopped on that real quick. You know, Toronto, how they like, it just, yeah.
Exactly. Bro,
you done no.
Bro, you have to be able to evolve. Like, that's the thing that separates him from all the artists right now. And I don't care what you want to say about Drake, you can't deny his greatness because of the fact that he's open-minded and he's like, I see that these kids are liking this dude right here. Let me see what I could do with this dude, instead of like hating on him and trying to separate himself from him. No, that's not the way to go, bro.
Come with that energy in this last bit, and he's still, that boy's still thriving. Just dropped a mixtape the other day, and it's going up, and it's not even
a mixtape.
Like,
a mixtape of songs that he's made from over the years. Like, here you go. Like, bro, that's calm. That's cool.
That's lit though, man.
Exactly.
You know, any kind of final remarks, man? Just, you know, stuff for people to look out for. Where can, actually, too, most important, where can people find you to keep up with all this?
People can find me at Asanté Ervin, ASANTE ERVIN on Instagram. My Spotify is just Asante, ASANTE. There's a little accent over the E, but you'll find me. And I don't have a Twitter. I should probably make a Twitter, huh?
Yeah, but, you know, tap in with people. Tap in with your people, man.
I need to emotional on Twitter though, man.
But you know, that's not a bad thing.
I can get into some trouble on Twitter, bro. I can get into some trouble on Twitter, so we'll see. But also my YouTube, Asante, as well. So yes, sir. That's all my info with that.
Right on, man. Well, we appreciate you chopping it up with us.
Of course, man.
Honestly, it's just great to see your growth, man. From, again, you know, meeting you years ago, and like, that was really, like you said, you know, when you really started taking it serious. I just happened to be, you know, there on the weekend with my boy. Just now look at it just growing, man.
My G, I appreciate you, bro. Always. You guys have always been great energy, bro.
Yeah, hey, that's what we're here for, man.
That ass, yes, sir.
All right, bro. Well, thank you for tuning in, man. Artist of the
Thank you for having me.
Asante, May 2020.
Yes, sir.
Nothing but hits.
God bless. Always. Austin, we got that session tomorrow, bro. I'll see you.
I got you. After 6, I'll lock you in.
Perfect.
So, hey, right quick, actually, you know, that made me think of something too. So, you know, with this quarantine and everything going on, what is your quarantine looking like these days? You know, what are you doing to keep yourself creative and active?
It's looking good, bro. I've been learning piano because my girl's great at piano, so I've been learning piano just to evolve. I've been learning guitar, bro, just feeling my way around on that, and it's been nice. I've been learning how to produce on the low, on Ableton, things like that. So like
Ableton gang, baby, that's what it is.
Exactly. So just trying to
Pro Tools is cool too. Pro Tools is cool too, man.
Okay, hey. You did.
Yes, sir. So I just been trying to stay busy, bro, and stay focused, because this is gonna end, and when it does, there are gonna be people that succeed, and there are gonna be people that fall behind that were stuck doing the same things they were doing before. So exactly.
Like we said, hey, I think the word of the day was evolve. Keep
evolve.
Moving.
Period. Yes, sir.
Have a beautiful man. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, you too. Enjoy the day.
Always love. Yes, sir.
Love, man. Peace.
Love.